All right, to a topic now that can either save you money on one extreme or even keep you from buying a home on the other. Mortgage rates and the passage of President Obama's Home Affordability Act, that was back on April 6th. It's allowing so many people the chance to refinance at a lower percentage.
Interesting thing here is these are consumers who were once turned away because they had not enough money into their homes. But now this can help them out. Here to tell us more about the changes, Vince Ingui, president of Louviers Mortgage in Wilmington. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Well, you too. Let's talk about this president's plan that he's got here. Who can really take advantage of this, and how do you get involved?
I'm pretty excited about this one because we've been talking for a year and a half to 2 years about what about the person that bought their house and played by the rules and now is upside down. It seemed like every plan previous to this one was helping those people that were behind, not making their payments. We talked about the moral hazard.
Right.
With that potential. Who this is helping is if your loan was underwritten by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac guidelines, which realistically is about 2/3 of the mortgages that are out there right now. What many people did was they bought their home, for example, and they put anywhere from no money down to 20% down. Well, if your first mortgage, let's forget about a second mortgage, but if your first mortgage originally was a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac underwritten loan and it was below 80% originally, you will qualify for this particular refinance. So that means basically your loan may be as high as 100 or even 105% currently, but if it was originally at 80% or less without PMI and underwritten under Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, you would qualify.
Really quickly, what do they have to do to see if they're eligible?
Well, you can check Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac's website, and it's as simple as punching in your address and the last four of your Social Security number to figure out whether or not you have a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac loan. And the beautiful part about it is that these refinances are going up to 105% without any PMI, and the interest rates are virtually the same as they would be had you really had the 20% equity. So it's an amazing program.
Nice.
We know the big story this week is the bank stress tests, and there are some big mortgage lenders in here, Bank of America and also Wells Fargo. What are we looking for out of that, and should you be concerned about your bank if the results are not good?
Well, if you're a shareholder of that particular bank, then I would say yes, you definitely want to keep a close eye on the results of this stress test and which banks may need the capital. I believe it was the Wall Street Journal this morning said that Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citi are probably some of the big ones that may need, big surprise, that may need some additional capital. But as far as your mortgage or your loan that's being serviced, it won't have any real impact on for that, right?
Finally, really quickly, we've been talking about this all morning. How do we get the best interest rate? I know you talked about, managing your credit score, shopping around, but with all things equal, how is it that person A with the same credit can get a better rate? Is it simply, what's the secret?
Well, credit is the most important thing. I mean, your FICO score today, and there's a difference between even a 700 FICO and a 750 FICO score. So managing your credit, understanding your credit score is the first big step. The second big step is we always tend to focus more on the total cost of a loan. I think a lot of people get hung up, what's my interest rate? Well, if you're paying an enormous amount of fees to get your interest rate down where you think it should be, you may be doing yourself a disservice. So it's being able to really not only manage the best interest rate, but get the right balance between closing costs and interest rate that fit within your projected time horizon of actually being in that mortgage. So we always say, call a couple different mortgage companies to get a feel for what's available. Our website is linked, I know, on myfoxphilly.com, as well as, so we typically tell our clients, look, kind of the progressive strategy is, here's what Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Chase are offering. Here's what we're offering. Many times we're better, sometimes they're better, but you owe it to yourself to check them out.
Got to do that homework and check prices.
As always.
Vince Ingui from Louviers Mortgage, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.